Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is another episode of KK's Gaming History. Now, I've purposely left the first screen off to just give an element of surprise as to where I spent a lot of my time as in the Super Nintendo era. We've done an episode about the Speckies, we've done an episode about the Mega Drive. That's not to say we won't do any more about those systems, it's just this is so random and they're not in chronological order at all. I just literally throw them together as I think of them. This is where I spent a very, very big amount of my time when I were a lad. And that's also not to say that I won't do another one of these with my good friend C. Jump straight into 100. I was always one of these who generally Donkey Kong, but being that I'm a little rusty, I will stick with Cooper. I mean, so you did actually test this offline, just to. It's very rusty. I always used to get the Superstar right. Whoa. I was a great lover of Formula 1. Well, this was out in 92, and I started following Formula 1 the previous year. So I was 12 when this came out. Now, I didn't get it until a few years later. And much to my shame, I stole it from somebody that I went to school with. Of course he knew it was me, but what can I say, we all make mistakes. Now this is a classic of any lover of the SNES. Go on, get it! Nah, hit the ball. There we go. I was still kind of forward thinking about going for another lap there. I put in a silly amount of hours into this game way back then. I remember making myself a chart of like lap times of different characters with different tracks. So basically what I do in time training for in Project Cars, for instance, every car a few tracks, because there was only the 8 characters. Oh, I got someone with a banana. No, quite goes well. So yes, my mad time trialing antics does date back this far. I'm not really any different with RPGs either. I like to try like every class of again, when I was a big World of Warcraft player, I had one of every class, or every class available at the time. And I had them all at max level. They were max level again up to the time when I quit World of Warcraft. And that took many hours to do. That is the sort of thing I always enjoyed doing. Now, if we were going in chronological order for my gaming history, we've essentially missed out the Master System, which had a fair amount of time. Comparatively, probably not as much. Well, definitely not as much as the Spectrum did, or as much as the SNES did. Oh God! Yay! Also worth noting that when me and Seiki were doing our tests, I beat him. which he won't thank me for pointing out. I do remember also when I was at college, which was a very long time ago, and me and one of my college mates played this online, on an emulator of course, and he accused me of hacking, which was really hilarious. Oh goodness me. Great start. Whoa. And the reason he accused me of that was because I kept getting red shells when we were doing battle mode. And that's all down to timing, because the sequence that the item selection goes through, it certainly is the case in battle mode, whether it's the case in the racing bit, I don't know. No, you can't do that. That's worth a try. Whoops. This is going well. Yes, I had a bit of a knack of always getting the red shell. Through. Falling through. See, Seiki, even I get it wrong sometimes. Oh, whoops. The feather. Boing. Whoops. That didn't quite work. That didn't work at all. Did you have to? I think you have to finish fourth in order to progress. I think that's right. Yes, indeed. You have to finish fourth or above to progress. Still didn't get the start. Mario just sounds like his engine sounds like an angry swarm of bees. Oh dear, no one hit that, no one hit the banana I put down, which means I'm going to hit it next time around. Yoshi! Now for those unfamiliar with Mario Kart, which I can't imagine is going to be a great many of you. Oh, Yoshi throwing an egg at me, which you can't do if you play Yoshi. At least I don't think you can. There were 8 playable characters, but only 4 sets of characteristics. Mario and Luigi were the kind of average. I'm bouncing off over the walls. Were the kind of average, bog standard guys. Peach and Yoshi were very fast. We're very fast accelerating, but not particularly great at cornering. Bowser and Donkey Kong were very slow to accelerate, but had the highest top speed. And Toad and Koopa had the best grip, but were not particularly quick. But because they had the best grip, they were very common for particularly the new guys to go for. But, hey, I got an extra life. Woohoo. Do. Come on. This game got very hard very quick. Again. Yippee, 2 coins. Because I'm so used to how Mario Kart the Wii U is, those thwomps look tiny. Anyone that is familiar with the Wii U version of Mario Kart will know what I'm on about. Oh, maybe we do. Maybe my favourite in Super Mario Bros. 2, but not here. Hit it, Shell! Thank you. Shell having a bit of a strange moment there. Oh, Luigi. Now, in this version of Mario Kart, the AI opponents only ever used one weapon. So the brothers used stars, and Yoshi used his eggs, which served the same as shells. Koopa used the shells, if I can remember, only ever green ones. I think Toad used the shrinking mushroom, same as Peach did, although I can't quite remember. Donkey Kong uses banana skins, and Bowser uses fireballs. Now, you as the player don't get the fireballs, the shrinking mushrooms, or the... what's the other one? No, might just be those two. Oh, the Yoshi X. Yes, thank you, Yoshi, for reminding me of that. Perfect timing. So yeah, the Yoshi X fireballs and the shrinking mushrooms you don't get as a player. Yay! Two classes of card you have is the 50 and 100cc you probably saw at the beginning. When you complete the 100cc, you unlock the 150cc, and my god, is that hard. Especially when you're completing the special cup with the 4th cup in the list, and you get the Rainbow Road, which has no barriers whatsoever, and as you can tell by my driving, that was quite a challenge. Yeah, I knew straight away I'd done that already. But I stuck with it. Boy. Some things you never forget. I may not remember my breakfast from this morning, but I remember certain little tricks for getting the best lap, getting the most out of my lap times. That by no means meant I was, ever world record material. Absolutely not. But I wasn't bad. Another egg, Yoshi, really? They could also, the AI could throw them at impossible angles as well. You can only ever throw an object in the direction you are facing. Oh, that's kind of hard to do. You have no reverse gear instead. Which is something actually me and Zeke were trying to find when we were doing our testing. Oh, that one. Oh, I nearly landed on that. That was close. Hooray! Soon get pretty fed up of your finishing anthem. Each character has his own little 5-second ditty that plays when you finish the race. Or at least when you win the race. So there we go. Finish with maximum points. And the podium positions. Now, everybody manages to shoot the fish, and everybody has their own little celebration. As you can see, Koopa has the bouncing bottles. That's one game, or one of many games I spent a long time playing. I'm not going to go through like a big let's play of this game. Not at all. As we're halfway through this episode, I'm going to switch to another game that I spent many... You can't see though. In fact, I'm scrolling through my list of games here, but what I am going to go for, if it's going to let me do it... Nope, I just crashed the emulator. So, doing that. Hold on. Where are you? I just had you. Where are you? No, it seems that ROM is just doesn't want to know. That's annoying. Oh, maybe I have to load the core first. Do bear with me. Let's try again. There we go. Had to load the core first. Here's another game I spent many hours. Slightly earlier, as you can see, 1990. 4 cars, slightly different performances. I tend to go with Fire Stingray. Yep, so 3 different leagues, and you can only select beginner to start with. I think it's 3 different difficulty levels. It's a little late, never mind. Now this was a game that really showcased, or was used as a showcase, I believe, for sort of this type of, I think they call it Mode 7, the way that the sprites scroll around and the speed at which they scroll around at. Something like that. The reason why I always went for Fire Stingray has nothing to do with it being pink, Suki, before you had that one. No, I can't do that. Is it was the fastest, had the best grip. It just had the worst acceleration, or one of the worst. The green one, Flying Goose or something like that, was had the most armour. The blue one was the kind of average one. That's an exploding car. Oh dear, I bounced there. And the yellow one, the blue Falcon, the golden something. The golden one had the best acceleration. The blue one, so the blue Falcon, was the average. The jack of all trades. The Goose was the strongest, and this one, in my opinion, was the best because it had the best grip and top speed. You hold back when you land, you don't bounce. Oh, do I? No, not too bad. I've completely forgotten to use the turbo I had there. Whoa. Now, in the top left you'll see it says safe 5. That basically means I'm okay as long as I'm 5th or higher. So use turbo, I can bounce across the dirt here without losing too much speed. Bit better, not too bad. Not too great, never mind. Yeah, so if you cross the line below the safe number, you were disqualified. This game absorbed many hours. Oops! That's one way to cross the line, hitting an exploding car. And of course, the golden one that was right with me. Now, the flashing bit is like your own personal lap record and race record. Now, one way you could try and do this if you jump the start and then bounce off one. There we go. One of my favourite musics of all time, this one. Whoops, that didn't go well. This was the music that kind of travelled with the series, so to speak. Every further iteration of F-Zero had this music in there somewhere. Oh no, too early. Now, of course, if you lose all your health, you explode. This is ice, and it does what you would think it would do. obstacles due to loose grip. I tend to use the boost on the start-finish line. Not always, depends on the nature of the track, or if there's a particular benefit to using the boost somewhere else. Bam, bam, bam. Whoa, it's not a good place to catch someone. There we go. Bow, no. Bow. I mean, later versions of F-Zero were really crazy. The N64 version was immense fun, but wow, took 3D into a whole new direction. Way. Don't blow up. Yeah, some of the tracks later on are just mind-bogglingly hard. You gotta also remember that at the time there was just nothing like this. I'm sure I'll have a lot of people argue with that, but in 1990 it was relatively early in the Super Nintendo's life. Mega Drive, of course, was well established by then, Mega Drive being 2 years older than the Super Nintendo. And I was a Master System boy, so I was jumping ship. I was being a traitor to the Sega brand, you could argue. And I loved the Master System at the time. That's not to say that I didn't want an NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Absolutely I did. Way. But going from... I still remember the day I opened my Master System on Christmas Day. I don't remember what year it was, but I remember just being immensely excited at no tape loading times. And I remember the day I unwrapped the SNES on... That was another Christmas. Oh, that's another life. Yeah, I remember that. I remember I got a Master System game at exactly the same time, and that just got absolutely no love at all, because I was just straight onto the SNES. Super Mario All-Stars with my Super Nintendo. Yeah. I don't remember having to brake as such. That check means there's someone trying to pass you, basically. The faster it flashes, the closer they are. There we go. There's no look back as far as I can remember. Some tracks had like really narrow, you could say it's a pit lane essentially. Racing terms, that coloured strip to heal your health. Whoa! Ow, 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 ow. I mean, how dirt's supposed to slow you down considering you're not actually in contact with the floor? Here's another matter of time. These lovely little caveats you don't think about when you're a kid. Because I can. I don't think there's a way of looking backwards. No. Oh, ow. It's okay, it'll buff out. They won't notice. That's kind of got me thinking about world records for this. I mean, there's world records for everything else. There must be a world record table for this, as I thought. Ow. Ow. Time's only the mere mortal can think of. Can dream of, rather. Yeah, the later difficulty levels where basically, you know, you caused more damage and healed less energy. Your opponents were much less forgiving. Explosions hit you harder, things like that. All the things you would expect in a higher difficulty. I'm doing terrible now. Oh! Ah, not good. Go away. Some weird reason the opponents don't get those turbos, but you never kind of get too far away from them. They're only ever, you know, you can drive the perfect lap on lap on lap on lap, and they'll only ever be 2 seconds behind you. Whoops. Oh, no. Fun memories. Go away. There we go. There was a goose. Ah, goodness me. Oh, no, there's one more. Oh, yes, this one here. Deathwind. Looks simple because it's an oval. But the Deathwind is not just there by name. Whoops. The direction of the mines there tells you which direction the wind is blowing. So, tailwind there, and then across from right to left. And you saw there actually the where Deathwind 2 goes. Oh dear, ow, not good. That was rather strange. Headwind. Monstrous boost pad. Yeah, amazingly you don't gain any speed in the tailwind. Oh, I missed that one. Your opponents do use those boost pads. Ow! I'm kind of going backwards. There we go. Missed that one. Concentration is real. Also bear in mind that the SNES pads didn't have analog sticks. Digital input only. Oh, missed that one. But to regain your health, you could come to a complete stop in the pit lane there. Oh, another extra life, marvellous. Oh, I'm going to go over the dirt to avoid the bomb. There we go. Another way to die was if you jumped out of bounds, basically. Some of the ramps had you sort of jumping over essentially chasms, non-bits of track, so you just landed on the scenery. That would be instant death. Final lap then. Oh! I didn't hit that last one. Oh, they hit him. Sorry! As soon as you hit the boost, you suddenly ignore the fact the wind's there. But we still managed to win. Ah, goodness me. Is there any more? 5. Silence. Okay. I think this one was the last one in the cup. Oops. Sorry, Goose. Oh yeah, this is the first track you encountered that had an alternate route. Oh, that was close. I kind of remembered that you had to back off the power there. Oh, Falcon, you monkey. Oh, ow. Oh! Thank you, Goose. If I remember rightly, this has mines down it. Yes, it does. Oh. A little bit of a manic moment there, but never mind. You only have to back off the power if you're hooning it there full speed. If you've lost a fair amount of speed before, and you probably could get away with it. Whoa, no. Oops. Whoa! That's one way they go around that corner, I suppose. It was actually really much easier than you think. When you're holding down on a D-pad, it's actually very easy just to wander a little bit too far over to either left or right and just fly off the circuit and detonate. Anyone that's played on digital D-pads will know what I'm talking about. Whoops. More like that. Oh, I had to really work hard to get that back on course. If I'd landed out of bounds, it's, like I say, instant death. Ooh, yeah, thought that was going to go wrong. Go, Falcon! Notice they're never as heavily affected as you are. Limit 3, yes, this is telling you you're getting close to the safe limit. I'm hitting the mines. And I missed the jump. Getting a little low on energy now. It'll start telling you that you're low on power soon. Because that's really what you need, is a constant warning siren going off. There we go. We are done. Whew. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that signifies you have finished the cup. And that music's the same no matter which vehicle you use. I'm not sure if there's a way to skip this. That is a place to end this particular episode. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.